बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेश विकार।
जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन वरण विराज सुबेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। राय संजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाए। सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद शारद सहित अहिसा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु, लीलोताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरे मुख माही, जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होतन आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज सम्हारो आपै, तीनों लोक हांकते कापै। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर
संकटहरण मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की जय।
Before we continue with bhajans, invocation mantras, short mantras. You listen and you chant after me as we offer our salutations to the Devis and Devatas. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Bolo.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha.
Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha.
Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha.
Om Shri Gurave Namaha.
Om Shri Gurave Namaha.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Hanumate Namaha.
Om Hanumate Namaha.
Om Namah Shivaya.
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 We chant together in praise of Bhagwan Sri Rama. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. And we continue worshipping Prabhu Sri Rama with bhajan Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Rama kahiye. What does that mean? Kahiye, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. So make sure that you all are singing and chanting at least the chorus. We praise the divine names of Sita and Rama.
Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram kahiye. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram kahiye. चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए.
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए.
सीता राम, सीता राम, सीता राम कहिए.
सीता राम, सीता राम, सीता राम कहिए.
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए.
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए.
मुख में हो राम नाम, राम तेरा हाथ में.
मुख में हो राम नाम, राम सेवा हाथ में.
तू अकेला नहीं प्यारे, राम तेरे साथ में.
राम तेरे साथ में.
विधि का विधान जान, हानि लाभ सही.
विधि का विधान जान, हानि लाभ सहिए.
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए.
चाहे विधि राखे राम,
चाहे विधि रहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
किया अभिमान तो फिर मान नहीं पाएगा।
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 होगा प्यारे वही जो श्री राम जी को भाएगा।
राम जी को भाएगा।
फल आशा त्याग शुभ का नाम करते रहिए। फल
आशा त्याग शुभ नाम करते रहिए।
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
जिंदगी की दूर सौंप हाथ दीनानाथ के।
जिंदगी की डोर सौंप हाथ दीनानाथ के।
जिंदगी की दूर सौंप हाथ दीनानाथ के।
जिंदगी की डोर सौंप हाथ दीनानाथ के।
महलों में राखे चाहे, झोपड़ी में वास दे।
झोपड़ी में वास दे।
धन्यवाद निर्विवाद राम राम कहिए।
धन्यवाद निर्विवाद राम राम कहिए।
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
सीताराम
सीताराम सीताराम कहिए, चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
चाहे विधि आशा एक राम जी से दूजी आशा छोड़ दे।
आशा एक राम जी से दूजी आशा छोड़ दे।
आशा एक राम जी से दूजी आशा छोड़ दे।
आशा एक राम जी से दूजी आशा छोड़ दे।
नाथा एक राम जी से दूजी आशा छोड़ दे।
दूजी आशा छोड़ दे।
साधु संग राम रंग, रंग अंग अमीए। साधु संग राम रंग,
अंग अंग रमिए।
काम रस त्याग प्यारे राम रस पगिए।
काम रस त्याग प्यारे राम रस पगिए। ओ सीताराम 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 कहिए। सीताराम 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 कहिए। चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए। चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए। चाहे विधि राखे राम, चाहे विधि रहिए।
बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। जय श्री राम।
Having praised the Master, we will now praise Ramaduta himself, Hanuman Baba. Janpad Kripa Karo Hanuman. We are all the Janta, the people, and we all ask Hanuman Baba to give his grace and blessing.
ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान।
ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान। जन
बलवान ओ जन पर महावीर बलवान राम की द्वारे तुम रखवारे महावीर बलवान ओ जन पर महावीर बलवान संकट मोचन नाम तुम्हारो धरत संतो तेरा ध्यान ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान हाथ में सोता लाल लंगोता मुख में नागर पान ओ जन पर मुख में नागर पान हाथ में सोता लाल लंगोता मुख में नागर पान ओ जन पर मुख में नागर पान लक्ष्मण मूर्छित परे धरती पर दियो सजीवन आन ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान जनक सुता की शोक निवारो रघुबर सुज सब खान जन पर रघुबर सुज सब खान जनक सुता की शोक निवारो रघुबर सुज सब खान जन पर रघुबर सुज सब खान बैठी पताल घिरावन मारो देहि में दियो बरदान ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान मकर ध्वज की राज तिलक दियो पुत्र ही अपनो जान ओ जन पर पुत्र ही अपनो जान राम लखन के शोक निवारो जल में लियो हनुमान ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान ओ जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान जन पर कृपा करो हनुमान
बोलिए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय.
So we move from that very vibrant, energetic Hanumanji bhajan to the next bhajan, which is like the theme bhajan of our yagya. Okay, very beautiful, very soothing, wonderful for contemplation. So let me just say the lines like we did last night. You say it, at least the chorus you can join, okay? Some words are familiar, so please repeat. Bajranga Bali, Meri naav chali, Karuna kar, Paar laga dena, He Mahavira, Harlo Pira, Satmarg, Tu mohe dikha dena. Very beautiful meaning. This is Sundarkand Yajna. We are looking at what Hanuman Baba has taught to us or is trying to teach to us in the Sundarkand. And this is beautifully describing our boat that is moving along, sailing along. Oh Bajranga Bali, the boat is moving along, sailing along. Karunakar, Paar lagadena. Please show us your compassion, Paar lagadena, and help us to cross over, to move along smoothly and safely. Hey Mahavira, we praise that great hero. Had Lopira, remove our sufferings, our difficulties, help us to overcome them. Satmarga tu mohe dikhadena. Please show us Satmarg, the path of truth. So we'll sing the chorus a couple times so everyone can join. And anything that you wish to offer at the feet of Hanuman Baba this evening. You might know someone who is ailing, someone in some difficulty. You may have some personal prayer during this bhajan. Let us focus and we ask Bhagwan's blessings for everyone.
Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram.
Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
बली मेरे नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
Everyone.
बजरंग बली मेरी नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना
बजरंग बली मेरी नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
बजरंग बली मेरी नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
बोलो
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
दुखों के बादल गिर आए लहरों में हम डूबे जाए
दुखों के बादल गिर आए लहरों में हम डूबे जाए
हनुमत लाला तू ही रखवाला तीनों को आज बचा देना
हनुमत लाला तू ही रखवाला तीनों को आज बचा लेना
बजरंग बली मेरे नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
बजरंग बली मेरी नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
बोलो
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
सुखदेव नहारा नाम तेरा पग पग पे सहारा नाम तेरा
सुखदेव हमारा नाम तेरा पग पग पे सहारा नाम तेरा
भवभयहारी हितकारी कष्टों से आज छुड़ा लेना
भव भयहारी हे हितकारी कष्टों से आज छुड़ा लेना
बजरंग बली मेरे नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
बजरंग बली मेरे नाम चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना
जय राम श्री राम
बोलो
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम
जय जय राम श्री राम
जय जय राम श्री राम
बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की जय जय श्री राम नमस्कार everyone and welcome to the Hindu Prachaar Kendra's Sundarkand Yajna here at our Shri Ram Vijay Mandir. Tonight we are very happy to have all of you who are here in person. We welcome you and we also welcome those who are joining us virtually on the social media platforms. It's always a joy to be with all of you in worship and in learning together. And of course, we are doing this through the pages of the Sundarkand. So this is the third of our 5 nights yagya. And we'll continue to prepare our minds and our hearts. Hopefully these wonderful bhajans would have helped us to prepare ourselves well already. We continue to do so as we prepare to receive the teachings and the blessings of tonight's katha by joining in the Ramayan Sumiran, which is an offering of love and reverence to Bhagwan Ganesha, to Bhagwan Shiva, to Jagadamba, to Bhagwan Sri Rama, and to all our gurus. Ramayan Sumira. Jo sumirata siddhi hoy, Gananayaka karivara varana, karau anugraha soy, Buddhi rasi subhaguna sadana, mukha hoy Prachaar, pangu chadhaya girivara gana, jasu kripa sudaya, dravau sakala kalimala damana, nilasaro rohasha, taruna aruna parijanayana, karau sumama uradha, sadashira sagara sayana, kunda indu samade, umaramana karunayana, jari dina varane, karau kripa maradana mayana, vanda guru parakanj, kripa sindhu nararupa hari, mahamoha dhammapunj, jasu vachana ravikara तुलसीदास आस
ते धन्य तुलसीदास आस बिहाई जे हरि रंग रहे बिहाई जे हरि रंग रहे ते धन्य तुलसीदास आस ते धन्य तुलसीदास
बोलिए गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियापति रामचंद्र की. Before we begin with Katha, I invite you to repeat after me the lines of our Sundar mantra that describes all the things that make the fifth kand of Ramcharitamanas Bahut Sundar, why it is called Sundarkand. Please repeat. Sundare Sundaro Ramaha. Bolo.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरो रामः
Sundare Sundari Katha.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरी कथा
Sundare Sundari Sita.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरी सीता
Sundare Sundaram Vanam.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरं वनं
Sundare Sundaram Kavyam.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरं काव्यं
Sundare Sundaro Kapihi.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरो कपिः
Sundare Sundaram Mantram.
सुन्दरे सुन्दरं मन्त्रं
Sundare Kim na Sundaram.
सुन्दरे किं न सुन्दरम्
So a quick recap, because our kathas will be linked every night, and I know all of you will not be here for all the night. So just to keep things in perspective and connected so that you'll be able to follow, this is our quick recap. Last night, we looked at the importance of having Jambavants in our lives, in our presence, the wise and noble elders amongst us, because their companionship is very nurturing and it will be great guidance. And the Katha reminded us that those who will add value to our lives, not valuables, those who will add value to our lives, we should keep such persons close so that our living can be more meaningful and more purposeful. And we started looking at Hanuman Baba's journey across the ocean to Lanka, which is a metaphor for our life's journey itself. And how is Hanuman Baba traveling when he took flight? Raghupati Karabana. By the end of the yajna, everyone should know this. Like Sri Rama's own arrow. Amogha, unfailing and focused. And just like with our life's journey, Hanuman Baba too will encounter many challenges, temptations, distractions and obstacles. And we saw last night it started with Mount Mainak. And in looking at Hanuman Baba as he took flight and as he will encounter all of the challenges, we saw his constant smaranam, his remembrance always of Bhagwan Sri Rama, which is his source of strength and his motivation. And it seems with every challenge he encounters, the more it gets intense, the more intense also is his remembrance of Bhagwan Sri Rama. You know, I was thinking much like we have our gadgets, the cell phones and the laptops and all of these things, when it runs down with charge, what do? We plug it into the power supply so that we can have be fully charged, the gadget's fully charged. So, Bhagwan Sri Ram, that smaran, that remembrance, it's like Hanuman Baba's power supply, always present in his heart, and he's always connected and conscious of Bhagwan Ramachandra. And we were all asked to do our own personal reflections about the things that motivate us and the things that influence us. And this should be an ongoing exercise because we should be vigilant about the things that influence us. We also learned two very important words. You remember it? Those who were here last night? Harshi Chale. Harshi Chale. Actually, these two words are so important that in the opening lines of Sundarkand, it is repeated a few times for emphasis. So, serving and doing whatever work you have to do, whatever is your duty, doing it happily and joyfully with good intention and with good energy. So after his encounter with Mount Mainak, which we saw last night, he encounters Surasa and Simhika. We are not getting into those kathas because I want us to get to Lanka. He is reaching close to Lanka, and this is where we pick up the katha tonight. So we sing Chaupais as we start our katha for tonight. Please join in the refrain. Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Tahi Mari Marut Sut Veera Marut Sut Veera Badhi Par Gayau Mati Dhira Gayau Mati Dhira Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Taha jai dekhi ban shobha dekhi ban shobha Gunjat chancharika madhulobha rika madhulobha Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Nana tadu phal phoola suhaye phoola suhaye khag mrig brinda dekhi man bhaaye dekhi man bhaaye Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama बोलिए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय So Tahi Mari Marut Sut Veera Tahi Mari having defeated Simhika and the other Nisicharis. What kind of hero? The mighty hero. He starts moving on again, Maruta Sutta and his state of mind, his mental condition, it is described as Mati Dhira. Mati Dhira. There is no wavering. There is no distraction because he is Raghupati Kar Bana. Sri Rama's very focused arrow. Now, having reached the shores of Lanka, Hanuman Baba was amazed and mesmerized, and so was I. And I hope you will also be when you listen to this katha tonight. Hanuman Baba was just amazed.
He was just mesmerized by the beauty of the surrounding forests on the outskirts of Lanka. What is he seeing? The bees were gunjata. They were humming and buzzing around. Not one bee, not two bees, not one swarm, but many bees buzzing around. There were trees of various kinds laden with fruits and laden with flowers. So naturally you'll have what? Lots of bees. Now, I like sometimes when doing these kathas to always go and refer to Valmiki ji because we get such detailed descriptions. So Valmiki ji is describing what Hanuman Baba is seeing in greater detail. Madhuvati, the forest that's just full of honey. Gandhavanti Vanani, the forest was so fragrant. The fragrance that was emanating was so delightful. Karnikaran, so many date palms. Priyalan, Muchulindan, orchards, orange trees. Udyanani Charamyani, gardens that were very delightful and beautiful to see. Udyan is garden. Udalaka, rice, and not any ordinary rice. Udalaka is rice of a superior quality, maybe better than basmati and all of this. I don't know, we can check, but of superior quality. Narikele, nariyal. Nariyal kya hai? Coconuts. Coconuts. Now see this description, okay? This is like a monkey's dream come true. Isn't it? Well, this is like our own dream coming true, you know, because who wouldn't love to have such gardens and enjoy such beautiful places like this and have such abundance and bountiful forests around us. And Valmiki ji continues to give a charming description. It is so adorable, simple and sweet. Tataha padapam uktena pushpa varshena viryavan abhivritastatra babhau pushpamayo harihi. Now we know Hanumanji went and he went on a mountain, right? When we know the kathas. But before doing that, it is describing here, he went and he landed on a huge tree, right? And how we described here, Viryavan. He's Viryavan because he has flown across the ocean and faced so many obstacles and overcome them all. So this Viryavan, he enters, he goes on this tree that is Pushpa Varshena. You know what is Varsha? Rain. Okay, so the blossoms, it's like if rain is shooting out of the tree. So he landed there and he is covered with the blossoms. So when you look at him, he himself was looking like he was made of the flowers only. So beautiful. I know sometimes when you see the Shringar in India, how they decorate and adorn the lingas and the murtis and so on, so very beautiful. So he was also camouflaged amongst the blooms and looking like he's just part of this beautiful tree. And Tulsidas Baba describes the same, similar. Nana tadu palaphula suhaye Khaga mriga brinda dekhi man bhaaye. Bolo Jai Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jaya Jaya Rama. So he's still looking and he's observing his state of mind. Dekhi man bhaaye. Okay? So just such joy. And why he felt this way? Khaga mriga brinda. He was seeing so many birds and animals. And his mind became very enchanted. But he was not distracted. You all understand that there could be a difference? His mind was very enchanted. He was appreciating
the beauty, but he was not being what? Distracted by it. And this is a valuable lesson for us because Hanuman's whole journey is about our own life's journey. How to live in this samsara without being distracted by the many, many, many things that can hinder our progress and our purpose in life, whatever that may be. This is why the Upanishads teach us mana evya manushyanam kadanam bandha mokshayohu. Bandha means when you are in bondage. Mokshayohu means when you are free. That is dependent on what? Mana eva, the mind alone. Manushyanam, the mind of man. Now you know, I picked this out to share with you because embedded in this katha is one of the finest environmental commentaries that you can find. Okay? Have you ever thought of Ravan, Rakshas Ravan, the terrible Ravan, as a Nitya lover? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever seen him that way? Well, he was a lover of nature. This is why he had an Ashok Bhatika that was matchless. And this is why when we chant in the opening mantra, Sundare Sundaram Vanam. This is Sundarkand because one of the beautiful things there is a very charming Ashok Bhatika. You know, so one of the reasons why we call the Kand Sundar as well is because of all this, the beauty of everything in Lanka. But there was one problem with Ravan. Actually, there are many problems with Ravan. But yes, so in this regard, what's the issue? Ravana was concerned about his space alone. See? There's a difference. He was concerned about his space alone. Everything beautiful must be for him alone. This is why he destroyed and he plundered what was beyond Lanka's boundaries. So see this. It's a very selfish approach to the world. And we need to examine ourselves closely because when we look at these kathas, these are the lessons that it's putting before us to see if we are like this in any way also. Just see the evidence, right? I'm just pointing out one thing to you. See what happens when the rain falls, right? And the rivers rise and flooding starts. Where does all the garbage come from that's floating on top of the waters? Did Dharti Mata put that junk there? Did Dharti Mata grow that junk? Did Dharti Mata throw that junk? Around our space might be real clean, nice, proper, and all of that. But are we contributing to such things in any way? This is what Sundarkand is asking us to think about. Because we Hindus, you see us, our civilization, we cannot miss how dependent and connected we are to this earth and this creation. Our morning starts with pranam to the earth. When we sit by our Vedi to do puja, our first pranam is to Dharti Mata. And I can make a whole list, okay? So we're just asked to give thought to this, to our environment and our surroundings. And who doesn't love a beautiful garden? Flowers, trees, bountiful, we enjoy it and we revel in that moment. Now, you see in Lanka Kand, I wanted to just share this link with you. Ravana is describing himself to Angad. Right? Jasu chalata dolati imi dharani charahata matta gaja jimila chuttarani Soi Ravana jaga birita pratapi Sunehi na Shravana aliki pralapi. He was telling Angad that he is just prattling, just saying words and he doesn't understand who is Ravan. That's it. He says,
and very boastful talk. As I walk, the earth shakes. This is his description. As I walk, the earth shakes like a small boat with a big elephant inside it. This is Ravan taking pride in describing and making this declaration to Angad. I am known for this type of might and power across the world. So this is how he identifies himself. So the earth and the surroundings beyond Lanka's walls, it was an insignificant entity to him, and his was a walk of destruction and disturbance and oppression. Now I want you to just make one more observation very briefly with me. I was thinking about it while I was putting these notes together, right? What is Hanuman Baba's mission? In Sundarkand, what is his mission? To go to Lanka and to go to search for Sita Mata, to see if he can find her. This is his mission. And he is almost there. He is just outside Lanka. He's about to enter Lanka and search for Sita Mata. And we saw he was doing so with such urgency. He didn't even want to stop during his flight across. Non-stop flight. There was no layover or anything like that. Right? Urgency. There was no procrastination, as we saw last night when he didn't take the rest offered by Mount Mainak. And now he's on the verge of entering Lanka, and it seems like the urgency has waned a little bit. All right? Now, why am I saying this? It's because Tulsidas Baba and Maharishi Valmiki Ji, they have spent several verses to describe the outskirts of Lanka. What is important? What on the outside of Lanka or what on the inside of Lanka? Why? Why will they spend? Valmiki Ji spends almost 30 verses. 30, almost, I think 28 or 29 verses describing Lanka on the outside. And Tulsidas Baba in the chant, that whole chant that we sing, is a description of Lanka, what it looks like. And I was wondering and thinking, why such a detailed description when everyone just anxiously are waiting for him to what? Just go into Lanka. Is it possible that this is trying to teach us important lessons about our relationship with our environment, how we interact with it, how we protect it, how we appreciate it, how we nurture it, how we make it better so that we can have something better to pass on. Now Hanuman Baba has this larger than life heroic persona, Virata. And we are all enamored with it. So it's very easy to miss these very profound and pertinent life lessons that are there in the more popular interpretations of the Katha. We have to look for those things that are not obvious, which we have spoken about before. So the Katha continues. Let us hear as Tulsidas Baba is describing in Chaupai. Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama Sail Bisal dekhi ek aage tapar dhai chadhe ubhay tyage chadhe ubhay tyage
Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama Sri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
अति उतंग जल निधि चहु पासा कनक कोट कर परम प्रकाशा बोलो
जय राम श्री राम जय जय रामा जय जय रामा श्री राम जय राम जय जय रामा जय जय रामा
जय राम
श्री राम जय जय रामा जय जय रामा
बोले पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय. So Sail Visal देखी एक आगे he is seeing what is ahead. Taparadhai charheu bhaya tyagi. So seeing this huge mountain range ahead of him, Hanuman Baba, he climbed. It says here he ran to the top. And it's describing how he ran. Bhaya tyagi, fearlessly. He was not afraid. Our relationship with Bhagwan, with Bhagavati, it should not evoke fear. We should not be feeling fear. We should not make others feel fear as well. It should remove it, take it away, the fears and the insecurities that we feel. This is what Hanuman Baba's journey is teaching us. Because where there is pure love, there is no fear. Fear and love cannot exist together. And the devotion of Hanuman Baba and his love for Bhagwan Sri Ram, it is as pure as it gets in relation to Bhakta and Bhagwan. So the mountain on the outskirts of Lanka, Lambasya Girihi, the mountain range was called Lamba. And Hanuman Baba is on top, so he is in a vantage point. See strategy, okay? Because he's also thinking, what's the best approach? So he is looking, and it says, it was a marvelous fort. Durga. Durga, you all know? Durga Mata, okay? Durga, fort, F-O-R-T, fortress. That which is protecting us, securing the city. So the description is that he's looking at it, and Bisheshi, the city, the grandeur, it almost can't be described. Kanaka Kota Bichitra Manikrita Sundara. What's the name of this Kand? Sundarkand. This word Sundar comes 9 times. 8 or 9, I have to double check. I don't want to give you wrong. 8 or 9 times around in the Kand. Sundarayatana. Kanaka, golden. The city is golden. Money, jewel, like you can see it sparkling. The high walls of gold were shining, and prakasa, they were shedding their radiance, their luster all around. The Lanka's design and architecture, it was perfect. It was flawless. Now, I will speak for myself. If I, on a tour, which I hope I can be sometime soon, if I am on a tour and I see such an enchanting place, I ain't moving from there for a little while. Right, Adrian? We have to appreciate the beauty of this place. But you see, we will become distracted. We'll become enchanted and distracted and curious. And we have to take our selfies and all of that. Well, in the time of Hanuman Baba, no gadgets like this, but what? Hanuman Baba is observing. He's seeing it so spectacular. But foremost in his mind now is how to get into Lanka. What strategy should he use? What would be the best approach? So the Doha
tells us what he is going to do.
पुर रखवारे देखी बहु कपि मन कीन विचार ओ रामा कपि मन कीन विचार अति लघु रूप धराओ निसी नगर कराओ पैसार ओ रामा नगर कराओ पैसार सियावर रामचंद्र पर जय शरणम शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम. बोलिए पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय. So along with seeing all the things that are so beautiful, he was also seeing many guards protecting this city, right? So immediately he starts thinking, what is the plan of action? And his resolve, ati laghu roop. Laghu means very small. Roop, to take a tiny form, dharao nisi. And in the night, he will enter Lanka, Nagara Karau Paisar. So, he will enter the city in the night. Why do you think Hanuman Baba has decided to enter Lanka in the night? In the daytime, wouldn't he be able to see better and observe and all of that? Why wait until it gets dark? Why wait until the night? But strategy, see? The activities of Lanka in the night will reveal what Lanka is really about. Because if you want to know about a person, you try to find out what they do when there is darkness, when nobody can see. Who you are when nobody is seeing you, that's the real you. Okay? So he decides in the night time, that's the best time to go. Because, see, and we can't say what will happen here. The bandits will come out in the night. The thieves will come out in the night. The limers will come out in the night. The crooks will come. He can assess properly in the night. Well, in Trinidad these days, you don't have to wait for the night at all for the bandits and all these terrible things to happen, because we are under attack anywhere, any place, anytime. This is why the name Nisi Chadi. Nisi Chadi. Okay? So let us hear, as the Chaupai is describing, what kind of form? A big form? Laghurup. Small form. Okay? This will be our last set of Chaupais, I think, for the evening. We'll continue tomorrow. So join in the refrain. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Masak saman रूप कपि धरी लंका ही चले सुमिरि नर हरि मस्तक समान रूप कपि धरी लंका ही चले सुमिरि नर हरि जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम नाम लंकिनी एक निश्चरी तो कह चले सी मोहिनेंदरी नाम लंकिनी एक निश्चरी तो कह चले सी मोहिनेंदरी जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम जन ही नहीं मर मरमु सथ मोरा मोरा आहार जहाँ लगी छोरा जन ही नहीं मरमु सथ मोरा मोरा आहार जहाँ लगी चोरा जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की सियापति रामचंद्र की जय जय श्री राम So he masaka saman रूप कपि धरी लंका ही चलेऊ Sumiri Narahari. We made this point a few times last night. We emphasized this at the beginning again. Always Sumiran, Smaran. Whenever he is about to engage in anything important, even when it's not something major, he remembers Bhagwan Sri Ram, Lanka hi Chaliu, as he is entering Lanka. In what form? Masaka Saman. Small, tiny, like a mosquito. He didn't become a mosquito, eh? Small, tiny, like a mosquito. See strategy and intelligence in the night, which is the most popular insect that you see, insect flying around and all of that. Disturbing, yes. Mosquito. It's what is natural. So he is trying to get into Lanka. But Nam Lankini Eka Nisichari. Nisi, this word Nisichari. Those who move in darkness, they are called Nisichari. What does darkness represent? In our tradition, we have explained this before. Light is knowledge. Darkness is ignorance. So those who dwell in ignorance, they are called Nisichar or Rakshas because they move in darkness. But all of us move in the night, you know. What does that mean? Okay, so this is why we never take things literally like that, all right? So Lanki, see, and she is she's very we can learn a lot from Lankini, yeah? She is a Nisichari, the Rakshas, the guardian of Lanka, and she says, how are you proceeding? Without my permission. She is very aware that someone is trying to get into Lanka without my permission. And just like how Ravan will speak, don't you know who I am? She says, don't you know who I am? Every thief, Janahi nahi maramu sathamora, mora ahara jaha lagi chora. Chora. Every thief here is my food. Okay? This is what. So in other words, I will have to now eat you because you have not taken my permission to enter. Right? You know, sometimes I always like to make this point. Sometimes the most important things, they are the small things. Right? You try to sleep with a mosquito. You go in your garden and you try to do some work. And in Trinidad, one ant will bite us and we will say, red ants bite me. You got what? Tiny. The children were helping us the other day. I saw them scampering and running. What happened? Ants. You can't stay. Okay? The power of that which seems small. When you look at the Sri Ram Darbar, I was making that point the other day. The Darbar. Ram, Lakshman, and Sita Devi. It's incomplete without whom? Hanuman Baba. How big is he? Small in comparison to
to the size of the murtis. And not even standing, he is kneeling. You know, so sometimes the small things that we have to do, they are really what? The big things that need to be done. All right? So Lankini is saying, you are trying to get in here. See her, for her to be aware of that, she has to be a good worker. Understand? We'll say, who will guard the guard? Lankini didn't need a guard to guard her. She was a good guard, a good guardian, awake, alert, very aware, very conscious to pick up this little coming into Lanka. Right? Now when he heard himself branded a thief, Chora, Mutika ek maha kapihani. One fist, one blow. This is not to say somebody tell you something and you go and you start a fight, okay? Always I remind you all to take the lessons in context, all right? So, Rudhira Bamata Dharani Dhanamani. One fist, one blow, and immediately it was as though Lankini became awakened. A different type of consciousness came over her, right? And she starts to speak in a different tone and a different manner. You know, not to be insensitive, huh? But sometimes the little knocks and the little blows we get in life, it's to help us to find or discover a certain quality in ourselves that we don't even know is there sometimes, you know. So like this, she also, so in the Santvani Katha, I love this part of the Katha. We'll get back to this. This is the first satsang in Lanka. The first satsang in Lanka was not with Vibhishana. The first satsang in Lanka was at the gateway of Lanka with the Masakasaman, Hanuman Baba, and Lankini. So he says to her in the Santvani, in the oral tradition, you are calling me a thief. You have branded me a thief. And if you are the eater of thieves, then you need to go and eat your boss. Right? Who is the boss? Ravan. Because you are working for and protecting the one who is the biggest thief. He should be the first cow, that morsel that you will eat, because he has stolen Mother Sita. What a thief, right? And he also didn't build this magnificent city. What happened? He stole it. So who you calling thief? You know, if he speaks like this. So this is what, and like this, in a kind of amusing way, he is taunting Lankini before that blow of awakening came. What our tradition, our gurus, or scholars describe as the blow of truth, the blow of knowledge, the blow that will take away all our misconceptions and misunderstandings about our own selves. So we will end here for tonight as Hanuman Baba is about to enter Lanka. Tomorrow we are going to see him in Lanka, where Lankini gives him permission now. Prabhisina Gadaki Jay Sabakaja Hridaya Raki Kosala Pura Raja. Look, Lankini, tell him, remember Bhagwana when you're going into the city. The one who is always remembering Bhagwan Sri Rama when she is so converted. So we will look at this and we will see Vibhishana Milan tomorrow. We'll stand for Aarti. Everyone, those who have to come to offer the Aarti, pass Aarti for everyone. The Chandan essence, make sure all the Yagya blessings are shared around.
आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती
हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की।
जाके बल से गिरवर कापे,
रोग दोष जाके निकट न झाके।
अंजनी पुत्र महाबलदाई,
संतन के प्रभु सदा सहाय।
देवीरा रघुनाथ पधाए,
लंका जारी सिया सुधिलाए। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की।
लंका सोकोत समुद्र सिखाई,
जात पवन सुत बार न लाए।
लंका जारी असुर संहारे,
सिया राम जी के काज सवारे। लक्ष्मण मूर्छित पड़े सकारे। आने सजीवन प्राण उबारे। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की।
कैथी पाताल तोरी जमकारे,
अहि रावण की भुजा उकारे।
बाई भुजा असुर दर मारे,
दाहिनी भुजा संत जन तारे।
सुर नर मुनि जन आरती उतारे।
जय 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 हनुमान उचारे। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला की।
सुर नर मुनि जन आरती उतारे।
जय 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 हनुमान उचारे।
कंचन थार कपूर लाचाई,
आरती करत अंजना माई।
जो हनुमान जी की आरती गावे,
बसी वैकुंठ परम पद पावे। आरती की जय हनुमान लला की आरती की जय हनुमान लला
की।
जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली।
जय बजरंग बली, स्वामी जय बजरंग बली।
तुम्हारा शस सब धाये शारदा के जननी।
तुम्हारा राक्षस सब ध्याय शारद की जननी।
जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली। बोलो जय
जय बजरंग बली, स्वामी
ज्योति जगावे माहे रावण मारा जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली स्वामी जय बजरंग बली.
We join in closing mantras. We pray for everyone and everything to be blessed by the grace of Bhagwan and Bhagavati.
ॐ दुर्जनो सजनो भूयात् सजन शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यो मुक्ताश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगो शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिर् औषधय शान्तिर्वनस्पतय शान्तिर्विश्वे देवा शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ.
Jug Pranam, salutations to the entire creation.
सिया राम मैं सब जग जानी करहु प्रणाम जोरी जुग पानी सिया राम मैं सब जग जानी करहु प्रणाम जोरी जुग पानी. जय श्री राम. We chant जयकार powerfully, प्रेम से और जोर से. बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की
जय,
श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की
जय,
उमापति महादेव की
जय,
जगदम्बे माता की
जय,
पवन सुत हनुमान की
जय,
सियापति रामचंद्र की
जय,
गोस्वामी तुलसीदास की
जय,
ट्रिनिडाद और टोबैगो देश की
जय,
बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय 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 सीताराम.
Please take your seats, everyone. I left 5 minutes for announcements, and there are many people. I don't think we'll be able to acknowledge all the people who are here, people who we know from such a long time. It's such a joy, really, to have all of you in the mandir with us, because we know we've been very tentative about how to cater and organize and all of that, because people are so concerned just about being outside in the night, okay, in the dark, just like Lanka's conditions. So we really appreciate your presence, and some of you have been coming night after night. So there are some persons here who have given support to the yagya. Of course, tonight we want to thank the whole Bhagavad Parivar for the bhojan, prachaar, and so on for the night. I saw Vashti, the Harimangals there. I don't know how many are here. Thank you. There are some other persons. We'll make sure we try to get through the entire list. And we have some friends from a long time. I wouldn't say old friends, supporters, people, especially for me. It's still quite a challenge for a female to be here, but there are people who have supported me my whole life, just with encouraging words and so on. So I want to acknowledge Mandavi ji, all the Tiwaris who are here, Amrika Tiwari ji, Varun Prasad, and I don't know if Dharampatni Drupati is there, and Pandit Bisram ji, I saw when he was coming, our Asha ji. So many of you are here, and Mr. Bihari from Chinmaya Mission. I don't know how, the president of Chinmaya Mission, I don't know how he managed to get away because Swami Prakashananda has yagya going on, but we appreciate your presence here. And we have special guests and visitors. This is Ramesh Mark Ramdeen, who is the president of the Hindu diaspora. I don't know how many of you came. We're very happy to have you in the yagya with us tonight. And a special welcome to a friend, our India Parivar, Adrian and Sati, and many other persons who are here. We're just really very happy to have all of you. So we will continue tomorrow with Hanuman Baba in Lanka, and then on the last day we are going to look at one of Hanuman Baba's most powerful and beautiful traits or qualities, and that is his humility. Okay, nothing so great and beautiful as humility. So this is how it feels like the yagya is almost over and it just got started. So I want to acknowledge, when people give contributions and support, sometimes they do so with specific reasons, and I want to remember the brother of our dear Guru Mata, Vijay Siriram, who passed on quite a few years ago, but yesterday would have been his 75th birthday, and whatever support we have gotten from the family, we pray Atma Shanti, Sadgati, for that Atman, such a wonderful person. He always was around for the Ram Leela. We know him with his camera. He loved photography, and he'd always be around taking photographs. So we remember him lovingly on what would have been his 75th birthday. So you will collect your prasad when you are going outside, and you will outside in the other building, and we're happy that you are here because we're also trying to share with our community the work that's going on here. We're building the Heritage Institute for all our training programs. So you will collect this evening very easy food. This wrapped roti, we call it easy food. You just collect, and it's so delicious, so tasty. You can sit. There are some tables laid out if you want to sit and socialize a bit, or if you just want to take it and go, you can do that also. So thank you very much. We pray that you have a very safe return to your homes, and we will see you all tomorrow. Namaskar, and thank you, Joga, for being here, and Susie, very happy to see you all. And we were talking about, I'll share this one thing. When we come for puja, right, one of the most important things and what that we want to have is what? A flower. Even if we steal it from by the neighbor or something, whatever, but we're coming with a flower. It was so sweet. I was in a puja, and they were going to offer the flowers, and when they are children, I tried to teach also. So there was this couple. So I looked at the father and I said, when you want to show your wife how much you love her, what do you give her? He said, let's give her a kiss. It was so sweet. I said, yes. I said, what are you holding in your hand? Flowers. And he said, oh, yeah. Ladies really like flowers, So thank you for the lovely flowers, because they represent the beauty of creation, all the things that we enjoyed. We talked about Lanka's garden and the outskirts, how bountiful it was. So flowers are expressions of love. So thank you for the beautiful flowers. So please collect the yagya blessings, prasad and bhojan outside, and meet and greet each other. 8:30, 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes. Shall we sing Bajranga Bali? Just that, so they just get the chorus. We have 2 minutes. Our time to finish is 8:30. Okay? Yeah, just sing the chorus as we go. The boats are going to be sailing along, moving along now. So we close with this.
Bajranga Bali, Mirnav Chali, Karuna Karapar Laga Dena.
Everybody. Bajranga Bali, meri naav chali,
सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना।
हे महावीरा हरलो पीरा सदमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना।
बजरंग बली मेरे नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना।
बजरंग बली मेरी नाव चली करुणा कर पार लगा देना।
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना।
हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा सतमार्ग तू मोहे दिखा देना।
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम।
Hello, everybody.
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम।
राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम।
राम श्री राम जय जय राम
श्री
श्री
राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम।
बोलिए सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। जय श्री राम. Sleep and travel with that on your mind tonight. See you all tomorrow, 8:30, and our session has come to an end.